Hi, this is Jeremy from Delonix, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do an installation for a HID system. Show you how easy it is. Now this is a single beam headlight assembly. It has a reflector for the high, and this particular one has a projector for the low beam. But that aside, turn that up there so you can see. It's very easy to install a HID system. All you do is you take the dust cap off the back. Unfortunately, this dust cap on this one is gone. So you imagine you take the dust cap off the back. You want to put a 23mm hole in the middle of the dust cap. The instructions say 25, but I actually found 23 is actually a better fit for the rubber grommet. Now, what you do is you take the cabling off the globe like so. So you've got your positive and your negative cables here, and most lights have a spring clip assembly like this. We take out our halogen bulb, which we now no longer require, and we're going to install a HID bulb in its place. Now this particular bulb is a H1. Don't touch the glass. The oil from your fingers can cause them to fail earlier than they would otherwise. So this particular bulb is a H1 bulb. Okay, now what we do is we take the positive, goes onto the blue wire, and the negative goes onto the black, like so. You would then put the globe through the hole that you've just drilled in the back, in the dust cap, and the rubber grommet would then seal up the hole. With that all in place, you then, if I can get it steady, goes in this way. You then put the globe in place. You can still secure the globe with the spring clip. Like so. Of course, the dust cover would be now over that entire system, and then you've got these three cables coming out the back. This is what connects to your ballast. So you can't get it wrong. The wider plug is your input to the ballast. You'll notice the ballast has a little angled groove up here. That is what slides on and holds the clip in place. If you try and put it back to front, you can force it on. See, there's another one here which is designed to stop it going, but you can actually force it on and get the polarity around the wrong way. It's not going to damage the ballasts. All our ballasts are reverse polarity protected. So that plugs into your ballast like so, and then coming out of your ballast is the high voltage cables which plug like that. So then all you need to do is find somewhere to mount the ballast in the engine bay, obviously close to the light. If you don't have room to mount it this close, you can buy the extension cables, which basically will extend both the high and the low voltage cables, so that you can mount the ballast further away. So if you can imagine that with the dust cap on, that's it. That's all that needs to be done. There's no cutting of cables or re-putting plugs on. For most installations, that's how quick and easy it is for a single beam kit. Now if you had a H4 halo bulb, which many Australian vehicles are, there's just one extra step in the installation process, and that's using a high-low controller or relay. The only difference to this setup is that you have a connection to the battery, positive and negative, or connection to positive and connection to earth. The relay then feeds the power to the ballast, so with the high-low there is not that cable anymore. It just simply plugs into your ballast. Again, the clip goes over the little bit on the end there, and then get that out of the way. and your high-low globe looks something like this. Easiest way to do it is to twist and remove the globe from the shroud, mount the shroud in place in the car, lock it in place, then you can easily just slide the globe back in. Now the shroud should always be sitting on the lower half of the globe. You don't want the shroud up the top, it should be sitting on the bottom like that. The 3 pins will dictate that it can only go that way. Put the globe back in. Now when you put the globe back in, make sure the black shield is again on the bottom, so it is back on covering this spot. If you put it upside down, which you can do it with the black shield on top, you are not going to get the beam pattern correct. So install it back that way. You have coming out of the ballast, again our high voltage simply plugs into the globe's cables as such. And then you have this extra plug here which is fed from your relay. Your relay plugs into that, and that is your high-low controller, and that's as easy. You just do the same with the other side, ballast and globe, connect up directly to the battery, positive and negative, and then the last bit is your 3-pin plug. Now the back of your halogen globe has 3 male pins like this, and there'll be a 3-pin socket that goes over that. You simply take it off the back of the halogen, connect it, it doesn't matter which side, you just pick up the signal from one side, connect it onto this, and that is your high-low system. Just to show you how the high-low globe works, there's a solenoid in the base of this globe. When you pass 12 volts through the solenoid, it pulls the globe in closer to the base and changes the focal point, throwing the light further up the road with high beam. And I'll give you a little demonstration here. If the camera will pick this up, I'm not quite sure, but you can hear it. So when it gets its 12 volts, it just shifts in the base. That's high-low. So it only moves by about ½ a centimetre, but it's enough to change the focal point both up the top and allow light out the bottom to throw the light further up the road. So the good thing about the high-low is there's no warm-up when you first turn on high beam. The globe is already going, so there's that, you don't get that sort of slow increase to maximum brightness. The globe's already going, and it just shifts backwards and forwards in the base. Very rugged. Many four-wheel drivers will use this out back. We've been selling them for 4 years now, and extremely reliable, even with the vibrations and everything. So that's how simple it is to install a HID system to your car.